You just keep on pushing my love over the borderline, borderline. Do, 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 do. You know what, kids? Children of the Corn. I first heard that song. Now, I'm not making this up. I'm not one of these fake, YouTubers. That's going to try to do clickbait and take your money. Beg for money. No, they do that on TikTok. I forgot about that. No, seriously, the first time I heard this song, Madonna's on the borderline or whatever, I was mad or something, and I was in the 1976 van, and who was I with? I think I was with Laurie, and I got mad at Laurie or something, and she went into Sears, and I stayed out in the parking lot. And that's where I first heard Madonna's Borderline in 1985. I think it was 85. It could have been 84. I don't know. The 80s are kind of a blur. I don't know. What happened that year? Oh, I remember what happened that year also. It's the first time I went to the Rec Room. I think it was 85. I can tell you some stories about the Rec Room. I think they opened it in 1985. And what it was a gay club. Now, I don't think they can do it now. It was a gay club disco for teenagers. I'm not making this up. I swear to God, it was right there on 39th Street, right next to, right down the street from Tramps and next door to the park. And then Angles was on down from the park. But I remember that the Neener, we called her Neener. Neener worked the door. I guess she was checking IDs to make sure you weren't 12 years old. I don't know. There were like 12-year-olds in there. I swear to God there were. I was like 16 or 17. I'm not making this up. And it was a teen disco, gay disco. And they had drag shows and everything. That's where I first saw Patty Melt and Tuna Melt and what was it? Sasha Loren, and I'm sure there were other ones. They're all dead now. I don't know. Dead or in jail. Christopher, why do you have to be so mean so early in the morning? I don't know. It's probably because I'm Gen X. And that's what I was supposed to talk about today. Gen X hellscape. I started watching this guy. I keep forgetting their names. These people that on YouTube. His show is devoted to Gen X stuff. And what was the show about today? Oh, everyone hates us. Do you know why they hate us? Because we're resilient. We're like, what are they called that change color? It's not camouflage. Chameleons. We're like chameleons, children of the corn. We simply adapt to the situation. Look what I adapted to. This, handicapped Hilton. I don't know. And fighting the bugs. I'm fighting those damn bugs. I get so angry. I will do all these things. I'll do prep work, right? To make sure, Clorox and bug spray, and I try to build a defensive barrier around where I'm sleeping. There's nothing I can do about it because they're coming from other apartments in the building. They're coming from the floor. They're coming from the walls. They're coming from everywhere. And there's nothing to be done about it. It just pisses me off. They'll wake me up. They woke me up at 4:30 in the morning this morning. Because I can feel them. And I know it's nasty. At least I'm not talking about the brown word. I think that's a little nastier. Go take a dump in the dump. No, I'm not doing that. No. Gen X hellscape. But you know what? We're the coolest kids on the block. And you know why? Because we just don't give up. Ask any of us. Ask any of us. We're all the same. Anyone that was born between 1965 and 1980, we're all the same. We're cut from the same cloth. So, okay, today's agenda, I put my eyebrows on. Just I can't do too much. You know what I keep saying? I don't want to look like, Joan Crawford, but I do just enough to give me that healthy glow. Oh, and then yesterday I had to go to McDonald's. But the little girl at the counter, she's 21, she's a Gen Z. You know how old she thought I was? She thought I was 47. I said, "Why, thank you. You're so kind and thoughtful to say something so nice about me." Then I told her my true age, and she just went. I scared her a little bit. I said, "See, there is hope. There is hope for Gen Zs. Is it Gen Zs? Did I say Gen Z? I get Gen X and Gen Zs mixed up. But I have a plan for them. This is a plan. If I construct Rainbow Bright Farms, I keep saying, I guess I need to get monetized first before starting another channel. What do you think? Like and subscribe, and tell me in the comments, should I go ahead and start the Rainbow Bright Farm, channel, a separate channel, or does it matter? But what was I talking about? Okay, once I construct it, I'm gonna, from the bottom of my heart, the core of my being, I am gonna allow the Gen Zs to come be our slaves at Rainbow Bright Farms. They're 21 years old. They can do all the heavy lifting. They can do the mowing and the gardening, all that stuff. They can fetch it, girl. They can go fetch us our little Debbie cakes. That's what they can do. We could tip them. We're not totally. Gen X isn't totally heartless. We have a little bit of compassion. Don't cross us or face the consequences. So anyway, today it's back to the library. I don't know what else to do. I mean, there's nothing I can do until I get to Santa Fe. So, I need to quit thinking about it. Stay in now and enjoy today. That's all. That's my agenda. Just get through the day. I don't know. I gotta face all the homeless people at the library again today. I should have did the show from there. Maybe I'll do a short. Should I do a short when I get there? I did a short about the guy sleeping and on the bench. It wasn't even a bench. It was beside the wall. And then I did one of, I guess it was milk. Somebody left their Milky Ball, and their goodies outside the door and in the heat. I don't know. I came back. I didn't tell y'all. I came back later that day, that afternoon. Well, the goodies in the milk were gone. So either they trashed it or they drank it. I don't know. I mean, can you imagine? These people are higher than kites. They're on so many drugs and alcohol and, the high-end meth, the high-end Muskogee land meth. That's what they're high on. They'll probably chug down that milk with lumps in it, and it's spoiled. Can you imagine? Isn't that nasty? Tell me in the comments, what amount of money would it take for you to drink you have to drink a whole gallon, you have to chug it, a whole gallon of spoiled milk that's been in the sun for a day? Tell me, how much would it take? Because I know you bitches are cheap. You thought I was cheap. Anyway, keep your wigs on straight. I keep forgetting to say that for some reason. Keep your wigs on straight. Let me think. And don't throw anyone under the bus unless it's a Gen Z that's your slave and serving you cocktails at Rainbow Bright Farm.